Okay, so this is the page, a kind of tutorial or instructions on how to build a tutorial, and it's written by this person. And this is maybe a kind of overview of it, and then here they get into doing the exact details. And they say that you need these first, and you need to install these as well. And you need a GitHub repository, so you can use the one that we used or today, or you can create your own GitHub repository, and then you can follow these instructions to do that and create a project and so on. As we're familiar, this is an alternative way to do the same thing. And then you need to add the files and directories for a package. So we need to sort of set up the scaffolding for our learnr package tutorial. So to do that, you just do this, and you need to have in the correct path here. And this is actually the path on your computer, because they say here you can get your current working directory. So you'll put that in here. And they say when you do this, the console output will ask if you'd like to overwrite the pre-existing R project. And this is important. Select no. You don't want to do it. So that would be either 1 or 3 in this case. And then they say that a second session, a new session of RStudio will open that will have the build tab in it, and also has, of course, the other tabs that we know about. And right now it will be empty, rather the environment is empty. And if you check the files, it should look something like this. Okay, and then here you add files and directories for the tutorial. So you'll want to have several lessons. For example, exercise 1 will be a bunch of questions. Then you can have exercise 4.2, and that will be a different set of questions. And you want to have several lessons that will all be delivered when someone downloads your package and installs your package. So we'll have several lessons in it. In each lesson, you will use this code. You'll give it a name here. This is what appears to the user, and this is the name of the file or folder. And if you run that command, this file will be created. For example, this one called lesson 1, because here is lesson 1, and it will actually open up as well in your RStudio. So you'll be facing that file. And then you just edit that file to put in your questions. So if you've already written your questions, you can just copy and paste them. Now, in another video, I sort of went through it in a kind of a laborious way, adding in questions or groups of questions, and then testing it and so on. But you don't need to do that. You can just add in all the questions, and then you don't even need to test it if you think everything is okay. And then you can just repeat for an additional lesson up here and do it again. And then you can do you'll edit a new file, and then again you'll do this again and create yet another lesson, and so on until you're done. Then once you're done, you can navigate to the build pane of the RStudio IDE. Remember, that's here. And once you do that, you'll have an option to install and restart. So you do that, or you can do it this way. And then they say you're finished. And if you want to test it out, you can go to the tutorial page and check it out and test it out. And it will look something like this in the tutorial pane. So here they're talking about if you have extra packages that need to be installed, you need to make sure that they are installed. For example, if you were going to provide some grading with the grade this package, you would want to make sure that that gets installed and libraried as well. And if the packages are not at CRAN, you have to do it slightly differently. And if they are on CRAN, you do it this way. So you'll make sure that the packages are installed. The dependencies are installed. Okay, then you can edit the metadata. In other words, like there's a description file there. You can edit that. So open the description file in your project root and edit the file with your own information. You can check here to see for some suggestions about what to write. And then after you've done that, you would do install and restart again. And then we want to know how to get the tutorial to your audience. So that involves committing and pushing to GitHub. And once you've done that, then So here we explain to the users how to install it. And you can also put that information in the README file, and here they tell you how to do that as well. And you can also update your package like this. Okay, so that's the story.